In 2026, £300 will get you an e-waste laptop that's pretty much unusable. This is the Redmi Pad 2 Pro, and in today's video, I want to answer the question, is a tablet a better alternative to a cheap laptop? First of all, let's talk about the form factor and overall design. Now with a laptop, especially in this price range, it's going to be very thick and bulky, and is most likely going to be a large 15 or 16-inch display. The Redmi Pad, however, is just a thin slab with a 12.1-inch display. So it's still quite a bit bigger than your typical 11-inch tablet, but it is much more compact than a laptop at the same price. By the way, I have got the keyboard case for my Redmi Pad 2 Pro, and my unit has 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage, which brings the total price to £328. So my reference for this video is going to be about £300. Now the display itself is a 2.5K LCD panel with a 120Hz refresh rate. This is without a doubt way better than any laptop that you are going to get at this price. £300 laptops usually have a 1080p TN panel with a 60Hz refresh rate, and it might even be an IPS if you're lucky. And they also have much lower contrast ratios than tablet displays. Not only will these laptops have poor quality TN panels with low contrast ratios, but they will almost always have an anti-reflective coating. This sounds convenient, but all it really does is make the display look grainy at lower resolution than it actually is, and it really washes the colors out. So if you're thinking like latest iPhone anti-reflective screen, no, think more like ATM machine display. By the way, if you're thinking, wait, hold on, that laptop actually looks pretty decent, that's because it's a £500-ish laptop, and it's the only laptop I have, so it's my example for the video, so just pretend that it's worse, I guess. By the way, this tablet does have a headphone jack, and it also comes with an SD card slot, so you can expand the storage of the tablet up to 2 terabytes. Now most laptops also give you a headphone jack, but a lot of modern laptops, especially cheap ones, often don't give you SD card slots anymore. Now the next thing that we need to talk about is performance, because the most important part of a productivity device is obviously the performance. A £300 laptop is most likely going to have an Intel Celeron like an N95 or N100, and if you get a very lucky deal, then you might get an Intel i3. Now these laptops usually come with Windows 11 pre-installed, and if that's the case, it's going to be completely unusable, and it won't even be able to launch Chrome or play YouTube videos. But if it's running Chrome OS, I know no one likes Chrome OS, but it is going to be a much more manageable experience compared to if one of these laptops is running Windows, because the chipsets are just so weak. But the Redmi Pad is running the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4. Now this isn't a crazy powerful chip by any means, but it's still significantly better than the Celerons found in similarly priced laptops, especially paired with its much lighter software. And the GPU in particular is going to be dramatically more powerful than the laptops in this price range, so you can actually play games on this tablet if you want to. But in my opinion, the best part of this tablet is its efficiency, and paired with this massive 12,000 mAh battery, it just lasts forever. All-day battery life is just so easy with this thing. Now if they'd have put something like the 8S Gen 4 in this tablet, all-day battery life just would not be possible. But because they decided to go with the 7S Gen 4 in particular, it's such a low power and efficient chipset, which is why it can achieve such amazing battery life. In my opinion, it's got the perfect balance of performance and efficiency, which is exactly what you need in a productivity device. Now all of this is great, but can it actually do stuff? Well, actually, yeah, it can. This is a Xiaomi device, so it's of course running HyperOS 3 based on Android 16. Now, if you are looking for a £300 device for running DaVinci Resolve, Blender, and compiling code, then you have completely wasted your time watching this video. But 90% of people watching this video are just looking for a cheap device for note-taking, homework, watching content, and just other lightweight tasks like this. This tablet can do all of that, and it's going to be a much better experience than that of a similarly priced laptop, which will be struggling to play a YouTube video at 1080p. Meanwhile, the Redmi Pad 2 Pro is going to be running YouTube, Google Docs, and CapCut at the same time, which yes, you can do that by the way, it's not going to be lagging at all. So if you are looking for a budget laptop and you don't necessarily need Windows or Linux, then I highly recommend that you just get a tablet instead. This Redmi Pad 2 Pro in particular is going to be a great option, especially because you get that option for a keyboard case as well. Anyway, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.